Fala galera, tudo certo? Sejam bem-vindos ao Arena Nocaute. Hoje vamos mergulhar em uma discussão que está pegando fogo no mundo do MMA. Após a vitória de Ilia Topuria, muitos comentaristas entraram no hype e começaram a questionar os feitos de Alex Poatan este ano, o que acabou criando uma certa polêmica. Vocês já devem imaginar como é. Com o Ilia vencendo grandes nomes, muita gente não perdeu tempo em fazer comparações com as conquistas do Poatan. Mas será que faz sentido? Como vocês sabem, o Poatan teve um ano brilhante, com vitórias expressivas e em categorias diferentes, mostrando uma versatilidade que poucos conseguem alcançar. Ainda mais, ele trouxe para o octógono não só suas habilidades, mas também uma postura de campeão, elevando o nome do Brasil e consolidando sua imagem no cenário global do MMA. Agora, dizer que o Topuria já chegou ao mesmo patamar, será mesmo? A gente sabe que os fãs são apaixonados e que os comentaristas sempre têm suas preferências. Mas será que essa comparação é justa? Então, para esclarecer melhor essa questão, eu vou trazer o vídeo legendado com os comentários completos para vocês. Nele, vamos ver exatamente o que os comentaristas falaram, qual foi o tom da discussão e, claro, o que eles acham que o futuro reserva para esses dois lutadores. Já deixa o like, se inscreve aqui no canal, ativa o sininho para não perder os próximos vídeos e compartilha com aquela galera que também curte MMA.
He's all sun-kissed, jail. He's got a rose, hands it to Topuria. It just all works. It really all works, right? Like, he's got a beautiful family. He's got, I mean, it just all kind of works for Ilia Topuria, man, and I'm all in on it. Hey, you spoke a little bit about the fight of the year. Dana had some words on this. Take a listen.
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd have to look at more numbers and stats, but you know, you can't take it away from either one of them what they've done this year. I mean, Alex. When you look at Alex, he's on vacation in Australia, and we call him and packs up and heads home and comes into the fight. I mean, he's built different, that guy.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see what he just did again for a very long time.
It's like he doesn't even care about a full camp. He doesn't care if he's hurt. He doesn't care about anything. He'll get in there and fight.
So, Chael, Dana said that it will be hard to say Ilia is the fight of the year because of what Alex Pereira's done. Stepping up on short notice, saving fight cards, knocking people out, but also doing it while he is injured. For me, though, Chael, I believe that in a race of who the fight of the year was, that was uncontested and unquestionable, Ilia Topuria started the conversation. He has started the conversation as to who the fight of the year is. And for me, Chael, I believe it's done. I believe Ilia is the fight of the year. Now, let me tell you why. Alex Pereira has one more fight to judge outside of Ilia Topuria. But can you tell me one win, one of Alex's 3 wins, that outweighs one of Ilia's wins this year? Hey, knockouts, all even. Both of them did it. They both have knockouts, all even. Second is Jamal Hill, Jerry Prochazka, and Khalil Roundtree. Their resumes, can they stack up to either of Max's resumes or Alexander Volkov's resumes? Nothing. Not even close. Nada. It's a non-factor. And then Khalil Roundtree, for as much as we love him, he did get beat up, and he was the number 8 ranked guy in the world. It's in terms of quality competition, Chael, it seems like it should be a landslide that Ilia Topuria receives that championship.
Sure. And ultimately what we're discussing is a popularity contest anyway. And when you do look at Ilia Topuria, man, he represents every group out there. He's not going for any specific demographic. And the country of Spain is behind this guy. I mean, the prime minister is coming out and speaking about him. The most famous actresses, the most famous athletes are coming to watch him live, let alone doing promos for him. I don't know where this guy goes wrong. He appears to be a family man. He's stunningly handsome. He's wildly successful. Yeah. Don't forget he's undefeated. And when you're talking about who beat who in the significance, I do see what you're talking about. You know, Ilia Topuria didn't just beat a featherweight champion. He beat a BMF champion. He didn't just do that. He beat the number 1 ranked guy. He beat the number 2 ranked guy. He didn't just do that. He beat the GOAT, pound for pound, the current number 1 ranked guy, which is what Volkanovski was. He took all those things out, and he didn't need a total of 30 minutes to do it. I mean, it really was something special. Yeah. The mere fact that we're having an argument in a comparison to young Ilia Topuria, who truly, when I first got established with this guy and I went to look him up and I needed somebody to help me with the spelling of both Ilia and Topuria, it was because he was this guy that Patty Pimlet called Mr. Hand Sanitizer for some behind-the-scenes scuffle. And I remember thinking, this young Mr. Hand Sanitizer had better be careful when he's picking on a star like Patty. Now, Topuria is the champion of the world and possibly the biggest draw that we've got. It's going to be very interesting when all of these numbers settle.
Hey, I will say this. You say his name right. That's the ultimate sign. You literally, hey, your pronunciation of Topuria is as good as it comes. You might as well be Spanish because you are saying it very, very well, Chael. I'm going to tell you that, man. Look.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
There are only three. There are literally, when we start and we talk about who are the greatest featherweights of all time, there are three people. Jose Aldo, Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski. Please don't put Jose Aldo in there with this guy. Like, let's just assume he would be Jose Aldo. Dude, he knocked out Volk. He knocked out Max. So two of the three greatest featherweights of all time, he won the belt from one, and he knocked out the other. And, Chael, he did it when they're still in their prime. Max is 32 years old. He's not old and washed up. Volkanovski's like 34, 35 years old. He's not old and washed up. These guys are still relevant in this world of mixed martial arts. And he knocked them both out. And he knocked them both out in less than 5 rounds. He got Volk in the second. He got Max in the third. He beat those two dudes in less than it would take one full championship fight. It's crazy. To me, I feel, hands down, this guy is the fighter of the year. I love Alex Pereira. I think Alex Pereira and what he does is nuts. But could you imagine? Air, in the back, who's ranked number 8 in the world at featherweight? Who's ranked number 8 in the world at featherweight right now, Chael? And if she can give me that answer, I want you to tell me what you think would happen to that person, Josh Emmett.
Daniel,
Look, he fought Josh Emmett. He fought Josh Emmett, and he destroyed it.
And Dan, if I may, just for our audience, because I think the point that you're trying to prove is that's what Pereira just did. Pereira, who we're comparing here, Pereira just fought the number 8 guy. So you're asking what would happen if Ilia was to slide down the roster and go against number 8. It turns out we know the answer because he had Josh Emmett, and it was a one-sided ass kicking. I concede. I know what you're referencing.
The same
but
exact
Daniel,
thing.
is there a strength here to what I'm saying too? And why are we revisiting that? And I get all the nice things you got to say about Volk so you don't look disrespectful. Why are we revisiting that? Doesn't it seem as though that era, that page got turned, whether we like it or not, and we got to move on? And that's where we look to Diego Lopez, no?
Yeah, I think so. But, Chael, you know what the problem is? I think that what we all believe is what the organization believes. Remember, Volk had just got knocked out by Islam, going up fighting on short notice. He was 3 months after getting knocked out by Islam. He was out there getting knocked out by Ilia Topuria. So maybe he was a little bit compromised, right? Like, let's see Volkanovski refreshed after a year off.